So did you hear? Okay, so there's a voiceover guy who does the voice work for Call of Duty.
Well, I'm sure there's probably a couple. Be amazing if it was just one guy.
A gentleman who does a voice for Call of Duty.
There you go. He's so annoyed at me already.
Call of Duty cuts ties with Ghost voice actor over sexist comments.
Which one, Kevin Spacey?
No, he's still allowed. Call of Duty makers Activision have cut ties with Jeff Leach, the voice actor behind Ghost, over recently surfaced comments that are equal parts sexist and shocking.
Isn't Jeff Leach the comedian? Isn't he the guy that wears all the bracelets and the? He's like tries to be like the British Johnny Depp. He's always on compound.
According to statements released by Activision, sexism has no place in the industry, and thus it decided to no longer be working with Leach. Leach hasn't always been the voice of Ghost, Modern Warfare. The character was played by Craig Fairbass. At the moment, there's been no word who will take over the character. Now that Leach has been given the boot, what Activision does note is that it strongly condemns the remarks made by Leach that's committed to delivering a fun and safe experience. The Activision says sexism has no place in our industry or games in our society. Activision no longer working with Jeff Leach. We strongly condemn these remarks. We are committed to delivering fun and safe experience. The decision was made after a video surfaced on Twitter and began to make the rounds, compiling a handful of recent and sexist comments made by Leach during a stream elsewhere. So, would you like to see the reason that this guy can't be a voice actor? Because I have the video here.
Yeah, this is the guy. This is the guy that was on the Jeff Leach. Yeah, he's been on Compound. He's been on all these podcasts.
So this is what he did.
No wonder why Zombie Unicorn didn't want to come on.
She didn't want to come on, yeah. Because she'd have to actually be amusing.
Yeah, that is the
reason. She couldn't just rely on
here we go.
Horrendous cleavage. I said it.
On Twitch.
Her horrendous cleavage.
Jeff, be a nice guy right now.
You came here because you're a fucking simp with a saggy vagine. That's why you came over here. By the way, you can go back and tell that fuckboy that he wouldn't say any of that shit to my face. Because I'm a giant. I can crack him in half, which is what I would do to you if you weren't so fucking ugly. Do me a favor, darling. See yourself out and don't let the door hit your fat ass on the way out. I love how it's always like some dirty, gross, fucking looking emo who looks like she fucking has no chance of getting a bit of dick in her. See you later, Leah. Suck my fat girthy cock, you stupid. I don't give a shit. You're gone. You're done. You're banned. You're out of here.
So he's doing gaming streams?
Yeah, and because
typical gaming stream,
right? Because of that, he's not allowed. But it gets even better. So he's not allowed to do it. Check this out.
Not coming into my community.
Misogyny has no place, yet female gamers regularly.
So after that video.
Now check this out. This is a female gaming stream, okay? This is fucking cancer.
All right, before we hit play on this,
sure. Be careful. You're not going to be able to do voiceover work for Call of Duty if you say anything bad.
Why are they pretending like Jeff Leach is going around abusing young girls in chat rooms when they're coming into his chat room?
Yes.
Right? Like, if it's almost like, okay, I would understand. I would actually be okay with you getting kicked off a platform if you were going around and doing like raids, like chat room raids on other shows, but the shows were like 15-year-old girls, and you're in there being like, you fucking like, I could understand the platform being like, we're kicking you off of here. You're fighting with literal female children on their own streams. Like, stop it. But he's doing his shit. People are coming in and going, who's this fucking loser? And then he's reacting to it. And then they're going, please, I'm a woman. It's misogyny. I'm a victim.
Women want to be a part of the gaming community. They want to be just like men, right? Like, oh yeah, we're cool, man. We could take it. We're like dudes, but you're not. See, this is what happens. You want to be led into these things that are normally male-dominated worlds, like gaming, and then when you ruin them. It's like when you're at a bar with a bunch of friends, and then this fucking weird girlfriend shows up, and then you can't joke about anything or make jokes about anything anymore because she showed up. It's like, no, we were fine until you came. Mike,
you're social vampires. It's like letting a vampire in. To a house. You invite a vampire in. Vampires come in and they murder everybody in that house. You somehow escape. You make it safely into a new house. And now the vampires are knocking on the door and they're going, invite us in. And the new people are going, do not invite them in. And you're going, but they ask nicely. Every time you invite them in, they kill everybody.
Mersh, you remember back when we were younger, the Halo 3 lobbies and the horrendous things that were said in those lobbies? I mean, you want to talk about N-bombs, you want to talk about F-slurs, you want to talk about everything?
It sometimes before the match even began. Like, I'm talking like people yelling at each other who have no reason to even be beefing yet. Bloodthirsty lunatics.
Base Bloater says, okay, the misogyny thing is silly in general, but come on, guys. When you speak like that, an entertainment company is going to distance themselves. No, you're right. You're right. Like the other people in entertainment companies that said all white people are the devil and they get more jobs. The same people that work for entertainment companies and says you're born with white privilege. The same thing that says that all white babies are racist and then they win an Oscar and win a fucking Emmy and a fucking Golden Globe.
Yeah.
The
same companies that condone. The same companies that give me a fucking hate speech strike, and by the way, my appeal was denied, and I get kicked off Twitch, and I get suspended for a week on YouTube, and I'm gonna miss my birthday show, all that. But you can go on there and say, we should kill all white men, we should kill them, and
then they get promoted.
Yeah.
So, let's stop pretending like there's an even distribution or like these companies are apolitical. And by the way, Call of Duty is a game where you go and you literally blow people's brains off for being brown-skinned. So let's not what a weird high ground, right? But check this out. Mike, we have some competition in the podcasting world.
Let's see what these slobs have to say.
Video, serious and unforgivable sexism. It follows that Jeff Leach does not respect women as equals.
I don't.
So is this like a Twitch version of The View?
No, more people watch this.
Could we call this the ew?
The ew, I like it.
So as girl gamers, what do we do as a collective?
Stop playing games. If you cannot handle the bants, why are you doing this?
And what's with the one in the upper right-hand corner? She's got like Caitlyn Jenner eyes. You see that?
Black eyes, like a doll's eyes.
No, but look how look at how fucked up one of them is. Like, it's not even placed properly on the bot. Like, if you made that as a character in a game, you'd be like, I have to start the whole face over. I don't know what happened to the eye. Look at the buckle up buckaroo eyes. One is like in and complete. Like, wow.
Well, the only way to see is when she plays Call of Duty. She just hits people with her car.
To change the way certain males view women.
We speak out. I mean, if you're silent, ultimately, yep.
Yeah, you're going to change the way males look at women by being weak. All you're going to do is make more dudes hate you.
And by the way, you're also going to just make like, you're just like, what's going to happen is you're going to do all this. And then what's going to happen is the thought streamers are still going to make all the money. You're going to make no money. And these platforms that you're helping to bankrupt are eventually someday not even going to be able to pay you. Because they needed streamers like us to make the money. They needed streamers like Jeff Leach. They needed streamers like Nick Fuentes. They need streamers like that, the big dick daddies of the platform, to pull in the numbers that justify paying you guys your little fucking your $38 Twitch payouts every 2 months.
If silence ultimately is part of the problem, right? If you see something or you're aware of something and you choose to let it slide because maybe it doesn't bother you, right? I'm very hard to offend. So
hey, she's very hard to offend.
Bro, she's
super hard to offend.
She likes to joke around as good as the next guy. You know what I mean? She's got a real sick sense of humor, so she gets it.
All her friends are dudes. She can't even hang out with women.
Dude, are you kidding me? Bro, she gets it. She knows what the limits are.
Right, I'm very hard to offend. So let's
you
say
look
maybe
very easy to offend. You honestly, you're the one talking right now, and you somehow still look offended.
Yeah,
like you look perpetually offended.
To offend. So let's say maybe that didn't offend me. If I chose to not say something, I'm then part of the problem.
So snitch on everybody, even when you're not offended, is what you're saying.
That is correct.
Just snitch on everyone all the time.
You beg to come into this community, and then they let you in this community, and then the first thing you do is start ratting other people out for making jokes.
And then it's fine because we're just going to move on to some other thing. But then you guys are going to want to get in on that and ruin that. And someday, man, you're going to have to start drawing a line here. You got to draw a line in the sand. Like, I'm not saying obviously you can't stop women from streaming or playing video games, but you can stop simping for them. You can stop pulling this milady shit like all you fucking fat neckbeards do at these VidCons and these Twitch cons, and giving them piggyback rides and carrying their bags around and screaming at people on the internet to call them out for this.
Jim Edwards says it's fine because Jeff Leach sucks. Look, Jeff Leach might suck. I don't even know the fucking guy, but that's not my point. You know?
I know he was on Compound one time, and I'm sure Mike David hates him. But that aside, Jim, think outside the bun for once in your life. It has nothing to do with whether or not he sucks. We know. Can you do us a favor, Jim? Can you just write down everybody that Mike David hates for us, and we'll keep a list here so that you can save yourself the energy of typing it out every time?
Then part of the problem.
You know, and for him to take it as a comedic joke about our female...
A comedic joke? First off, all jokes are comedic, you stupid.
Like how our physique is, it's just appalling because there's so many stereotypes as it is with females as it is.
You know what I'm actually looking forward to? And I'm not kidding you. One of the reasons I'm really looking forward to going to the gym again is it bothers them.
Oh, yeah.
It bothers these fats. And I want to go back to being in decent shape so I can just get suspended on Twitter for being like, shut up. Ah! You can tell it bothers them. You turn it into a joke. You turn physique into a joke. And it's like you can just tell it really bothers them. But it's like, who has more control over your Jeff Leach or you being fat?
And for him to take it as a comedic joke about our female, like how our physique is, it's just appalling because there's so many stereotypes as it is.
Yeah, there is a stereotype with women, a stereotype that you're very easily offended, that you immediately rat people out, and now you're reinforcing those stereotypes that you're weak. This is weak behavior. You're being weak.
Is with females as it is, and then for us to be the minority in a gaming community.
You're the minority in the gaming community because you want to be. You're the minority in the gaming community in the same way that sixes go to Comic-Cons, because in a Comic-Con you're a 10 compared to, because hot chicks aren't going to go there unless they're working.
Not anymore though.
Oh yeah, well, it's true.
That's why they're moving into. You're saying like Comic-Cons years ago.
Years ago, yeah.
Yeah, when they were, but now like the bad are all going to Comic-Con. And now you've been relegated to TwitchCon and AnimeCon and all those, and FurryCon and all these weird fucking ones.
As it is with females as it is, and then for us to be the minority in a gaming community, it just
what
adds
is with
to
that? What is with that joyless, always on the verge of crying tone in their voice? Right.
Well, she's a dude, so.
Wait, for real?
I can't. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna. Okay. I'm just guessing.
But you notice that,
she
right?
She looks like Thomas Murphy.
Don't do that to our boy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But you notice that it's always just like, it's like for even to do that to make it like, I don't know why you would make that into some kind of cruel joke. It's like, that's not funny to me. It's this always on the verge. Even if you were saying nice things in that voice, I would be like, you need to shut the fuck up. I can't hear that voice anymore. And yes, somebody pointing out, why is this other chick wearing a mask?
I don't know, man.
Virtue signaling assholes.
Because she's quirky.
It's all fucking, everything's a fashion statement. I'm tired of all of you.
Then for us to be the minority in a game.
And I think my biggest issue isn't that Activision fired him, right? Because that's stupid and it's dumb. But you know what? Activision's going to do these dumb things, right? It's the fact that these other people that are supposed to be fellow gamers, right, are sitting there ratting people out. Like that actually bothers me like 50 times more than what Activision did, right?
But are these fellow gamers, or are these just a couple fat chicks that have always been chicks? They were chicks before they were on Twitch. They were chicks when they were in school. They're just miserable girls. That's all it is. They're just. What do you do about that? We could go like, it's not like Dr. Disrespect and fucking, a bunch of prominent guys got together and they were like, wow, Jeff Leach's behavior is very problematic, and I think that they did the right thing. They're not fellow gamers. These are just women that are angry about everything. And you could put them in any community, and they're going to be going, wow, is everything going to have to be so problematic? I'm hungry. That's all they're going to say.
Gaming community, it just adds to everything that is being said.
Does that mean by affiliation that Facebook is okay with what's being said? I don't know. Unfortunately.
Look at this. Do you see what I mean? The problem isn't even what these gaming companies do or what. The problem is these people. You're led into a club and you have dudes simping to let you into this club. And then when you're that's why the top streamers are always going to be dudes. That's by the way, as much as I hate them, that's why somebody like a Ninja is always going to be higher than you. That's why dudes, Dr. Disrespect, like you mentioned, that's why these people are always going to be better than you, because they're not going to sit here and fucking cry because of fucking something a voiceover actor did.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the top 20 biggest streamers, right? I don't think there's any women on that list. So it's like all you guys, especially you guys out there, who bitch, who piss and moan about like, oh well, these thoughts. Like I always see that. I see a lot of guys that don't really do good streams. That are like, it's hard for us when we're doing streams. These fucking thoughts get away with everything, and all they got to do is show their tits, and they could be better than us. And it's like, you're a man. You fundamentally have an advantage over them. You just happen to suck at streaming. You just happen to not be funny. You know what I mean? So it's like, imagine if you're the female version of that, where you're also not funny and also a female, and you don't have nice tits and all that kind of shit. Like, so, but Royce is right. Most of the good streamers, all the top ones making the most money are men, because they're funny and because they're having fun and because they're enjoying whatever they're doing. And even if they're not funny, men enjoy a hobby or an activity in such a pure way compared to women, right? It's like that meme about like when you take a picture of an object and it's like men, it's like them just holding the camera and the object in front of them, and then it's like women and it's like their face in front of the object. Like guys can, there's a reason why there's so many like gun channels, and there's so many like just these little hobby channels that blow up, and it's because a guy just started filming himself doing some weird shit he enjoyed and excitedly going, dude, let me tell you all about the Sig Sauer P320. You could do this, and we're going to do this, and later on we're going to put some tannerite in a washing machine and blow that up, and it's going to be so much fun. And they're not sitting around going, hey, guys, let's talk about some more of the more problematic people in our community and what we can do to remove them. Like the best channels of the guy, Steve MRE guy.
Yeah.
Everyone loved. He is Steve Mre Info guy. 1989 is universally beloved by everybody that watches him, because he's not. We don't know what his politics is. We don't give a shit. We don't know who he voted for. He never used the word toxic or problematic. He literally eats 100-year-old peanut butter and smokes 80-year-old Camel cigarettes, and you go, this guy rules. Okay, this guy's. That's why men do better at this stuff.
Fortunately, perception is reality, and because it's
perception's not reality,
being allowed to continue.
Review Bra, another one, and another iconic guy.
I love Review Bra,
because he's not sitting around going, I was sitting here yesterday contemplating as to whether or not the toxicity on YouTube and the internet has been increasing, and who can we make a list of and have them removed from society. Like all he wants to do is tell you how the brand new spicy chicken sandwich at fucking Popeyes is. He just wants to do his stupid shortwave radio show and dress like, let's be fair, dress like a guy from Louisville, Kentucky, which is fine.
The perception then is that Facebook or Activision is okay with those things being said.
Standing together is going to do that for us female gamers out there.
You have to take a stand for.
Congratulations, taking a stand. You fucking suck.
And not only,
and now I'm going to make fun of you more.
And you keep making stands. It's like, that meme where the angel of death keeps going from door to door. That's what you women keep doing. There isn't a club you've been let into that you have not ruined. And you just you are like fucking parasites. You are like termites. Women are like locusts. They will just move from crop field to crop field until there is no fucking crops left.
So this is the zombie unicorn person. This is the person he was making fun of.
So I've been a little hesitant to address this situation because this kind of stuff really affects me and my
You're a
mental
little
health.
long in the tooth to be doing this, sweetheart. Am I wrong here?
Well, not only that, but she is another Twitch streamer who has followers because she has her cleavage out when she plays. That's just a fact.
But it's old cleavage. Look at this broad. By the way, nice fucking eyebrow line through your eyebrow. I like that. That's the new look. She's a little old for this, no?
Like negatively. And I'm not a perfect person. In the past, I've reacted poorly to witnessing or experiencing prejudice and hate and just
Yeah, I know.
malicious-
Attractive white women have it. You know, I've always said there's nothing. It's so unfortunate. You know, when you were like 25 and you were better looking, I'm sure you had it so rough. I'm sure it was so. I love when women that look like this are like, I really, really experienced oppression.
often, and it feels like we take one step forward, two steps back. And it's frustrating to see companies posting, supporting women for Women's History Month, supporting Black Lives Matter, putting a rainbow avatar on their profile for Pride Month.
And then allowing people to have free speech in their private time. No, you're right. That's terrible.
By the
And
way,
speaking out
Jim
of-
just said, LOL, attractive. Listen, Jim, I don't know what 1980s Coca-Cola commercial you're fucking living in. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what fucking 1986 Ferrari Testarossa Anheuser-Busch fucking commercial fantasy you're living in. But yeah, she's older and she needs to figure out a plan. Let's just put it that way. But to say she's on a like she's not a pig. I mean, we've seen enough Tess Holidays and seen what happened to the fucking world and what scraps are left for us guys.
Tess Haagen-Dazs.
She's not that bad, but she somebody just pointed out, yeah, she's 34. Sweetheart, TikTok. I'm not trying to be, and I'm not talking about the app. Like, you know what I mean? You got to come up with a plan because being a victim of Jeff Leach isn't going to work for you when you're 40 and you start getting those crow's feet and you start getting those fucking veins going through your tits. It's not going to work.
Big Scrum says she's never going to make it on a Big Johnson shirt merch. Big Johnson reference?
He was really horrible, and I had enough of it. And I spoke out because I missed an opportunity to get paid doing a show that I was going to have fun doing. Because I heard that he was going to be there. And I was like, I'm sorry.
And, you know, instead of like being like everybody else who confronts people and it would have been a good show and it would have made me look better and maybe even whatever, instead of, you know, calling him out, I was like, I'm going to run away from it.
By the way, all you guys in the chat room saying that you wouldn't fuck this on a bad night, stop it. Stop lying, okay? She's not a knockout, but a couple drinks in, you're at a bar, you'd fuck that at night. I know some of you guys that are trying to, every time we bring up any woman, they go, oh, please, it's below my standard. Most of you guys hadn't had your dick sucked in a year before the pandemic hit. So let's stop all fucking running around like we're these chads that you're just knocking bitches, flicking them off you like fucking Hulk.